All right, everybody, welcome to Atlanta Motor Speedway tonight for the running of the Midnight Super Speedway Series. As this is the last race before the cutoff. This is the last race to get your ticket into tonight or into the postseason. That's what I'm trying to get out. Get a look at Aaron Stanton's machine for tonight. Stanton will post the first lap of the night at a 32.1130. Frank Chavez knocks him off. 32-0. They're rolling into 29 tonight.
Well, that's weird.
Remember, everyone must qualify. Even if you want to, do a slow lap, go for it.
Technical issues with the ticker never fails. David Riddell, Kyle Larson car for the night as Larson attempts to double this weekend. Starting tomorrow with the Indy 500 and then the Coach 600. Right now, Riddell 13th quickest. And Riddell, that second lap will put him 5th. Again, one of them already a lock for the position. As Spencer Teal goes top of the board. Elijah Fisher. And that, well, it says the 6, but on the timing monitor it says 999. What's the... Of course, in a Elijah Fisher fashion, the first lap's going to be the dud lap. That might have been his second lap. Oh, that was the second lap. All right, so Elijah Fisher, 5th quickest. Mark Pearson, one that's already ran. He ran the first race at Talladega. He comes to Atlanta tonight, just up the road. Going to try to win one. He's racing Justin Millicar. Sits third as he is the winner from the Talladega Racing Inspire Racing League. Trying to go 2 in a row tonight and sweep tonight. As Pearson goes to third and knocks Millicar off into the 4th position. Right now, Spencer Teal, Frank Chavez, Mark Pearson, Justin Millicar, Shane Hart, the top 5. Dalton Gibson's on his second lap, I believe. Indeed he is.
Does anybody know what the race broadcast is on?
Check general chat.
And Gibson goes to 4th. That knocks Hart out of the top 5. Shane Hart is racing this man tonight. Aubrey Thompson for a shot into playoffs. Hart comes into the night with a 33-point lead. So Thompson needs things to go right tonight. You see, he's taking a slow lap. He's starting in the thing. He's one of them that likes to start in the back, sponsoring Wendy's and their new Frosty. And Thompson's going to probably throw this second one and just ride out in the back for a little while. While he does that, Robert Wilhoit, the USAA.com 15, throwing a sponsor showing Memorial Day colors. That first lap, Wilhoit, 18th quickest. As Thompson went 4th quickest. Wilhoit this time, last driver qualified. Does he improve? Survey says. Only 2 spots in 16th. Knox Gladwell and Powers down. With that being said, qualifying is completed with 1:14 left on the clock. So with that, we will take the time to try to find the driver of this. Alright. I shall be conducting 2 interviews here. Spencer Teal, Garrett Jenkins, got a copy?
Yes, sir. How are you tonight?
Well, buddy, right now I'm doing all right. Everybody on my side is appeared to qualified. Therefore, you have the provisional poll for tonight. How you feeling going into tonight?
Not too bad. I know I miss every other week, so I really don't get to race everybody every weekend. But Atlanta, it's one of those kind of crazy tracks. I think the last time we were here, we were in the trucks, and we had a good chance at winning there, and kind of got caught up in some mess. And my teammate here, Dalton, he was doing a great job too. But I think we qualified up there in the top 5 or so. So I think if we can get hooked up together,
Don't forget to get everything
we'll-
ready for
we'll,
radioactive if you plan on doing it.
basically take it to the front and hopefully finish 1-2 here.
Man, I didn't know you were Braden.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you. We're going to actually turn over right now
Did he get
to
right down in the race?
Dalton Gibson. Dalton Gibson, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
All right, well,
Mike?
buddy. I know Spencer's playing Tri-State in the front the majority of the night. You're rolling off 5th here. What's your plan for tonight and trying to survive this mayhem?
Well, I think you said it is survive
Oh,
is
no,
going to be the
okay,
best
I get
part
it.
of the plan. But yeah, whoever's out front, we're just gonna try and get extended out together and just try and push together and work together all night. Hopefully, we can get a green flag run. But knowing how Atlanta normally is, how fast it is, I feel like we're gonna be in for some eye pacing tonight.
All right, gentlemen. Best of luck to you guys. Spencer Teal rolls off on the pole. Dalton Gibson rolls off fifth. Best of luck to you, gentlemen. Hope to talk to y'all at the end of this thing.
All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Garrett. Thank you.
With that being said, I'm gonna do my little
Hi, David.
race intro thing.
Hi.
Bye. I'll bend you over tonight, David, if you do anything stupid. I'm going to tell you that right now.
It's Atlanta. Everyone's gonna do something stupid. I actually plan on being smart.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Atlanta. You get 3 extra sets. You get 3 sets of tires. 2's in the pits. 1's already on your car. 70 laps tonight. Pace speed limit's 55. Pit road speed limit's 45. You get 1 fast repair. Let's all just try to be smart for the end of it here, boys. Best of luck to everybody. Thank you.
Good luck, everyone.
Starting
Good.
grid 4 tonight.
Good luck.
Of course, we just spoke to him.
Good luck, long race.
Spencer Teal. Spencer Teal out in front. Frank Chavez second. Mark Pearson's third. Audrey Thompson fourth.
good luck,
Dalton Gibson in fifth. Justin Miller Carr in sixth. Shane Har, Elijah Fisher
Yeah,
7
don't
and
let me
8.
talk to me.
Aaron Rowland, David Riddell. That will round out the top 10. Justin Johnson and John Rotruck
Aubrey,
in
hopefully
12th.
you're not drinking
in
and
11th
driving
and 12th.
tonight.
CJ Papa and Aaron Stanton 13th, 14th. Diego Burrell and Robert Wilhoit 15th, 16th. And then Ling.
What are you talking about, Robert?
And then shotgun of the
From the
field, Gordon
comments
Glidewell,
last week.
Brain Power 17th and 18th.
I'll
18
drink and
cars
drive
on
if I
deck
fucking
tonight.
want to.
And there goes a point for him.
Too bad. I started about 2 o'clock today.
I
Heck
don't know
yeah.
why gotta fade it
Watch
out.
the
fade.
cussing, guys. That's your 20 points. Careful.
Let's see who
It
else.
was worth it.
Rydell is currently leading that category.
To be fair, I'm getting better at it. I didn't end up saying anything until after the race last week.
Not going green here. Just making a lap right
Let's see, find somebody to talk to here. Elijah Fisher, Gary Jenkins got a copy.
Yes, I do.
Well, buddy, coming off of last week's All-Star win, how do you feel going into tonight? Is the confidence, the morale still there, or what's your
No,
perspective?
I'm terrified. It's Atlanta Super Speedway. This race is kind of one of the scarier races in my book. I don't know. I'm not a fan of next gen cars, and I'm not really a fan of this track. But we're just gonna hang on tight and try to survive.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you. You're rolling off 6th or 8th, actually, I should say. Hopefully we can talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you.
Yep. Elijah Fisher, the All-Star winner, rolls off 8th tonight. That being said, it's going to be a wild night. It's going to be a crazy night. I apologize if the overlays up top. FreeSync glitched out. They were giving me issues before the
Okay.
race tonight. But we ain't going to worry about that right now. We got 18 of these drivers looking to tackle this very tricky, narrow super speedway known as Atlanta. Spencer Till and Frank Chavez brings them down to the green flag. And we're rolling is already a bit of a checkup already. Riddell not up to speed on the outside. That's going to mess some things up. As right now, Spencer Till holds the bottom lane with Dalton Gibson, Har running in line with them. You see Thompson already jumped up the track trying to make something happen on that outside lane. Miller Carr's in line with him. Mark Pearson, he is there with Miller Carr. And right now, Spencer Till will lead lap 1. Down the back straightaway, Till and Gibson trying to build up a sizable lead. Not really able to do it with this package, but a little bit of distance is better than none. As you see side by side for third with Thompson. Now Shane Har will
I
clear
really
him.
just lost the draft because I'm trying to be smart and safer. Good to know.
And Aaron Rowland now trying to make something happen on that bottom. As Har's jumped up on top. Thompson drops back down. He'll leave Shane Har only for Miller Carr to pick him up. Gibson now jumps to the outside. Thompson has now worked his way up to second. Has a little bit of contact between him and the 07. We keep it straight and stay green. You see now Spencer Till's jumping up to the bottom. Thompson trying to take that lead away on the bottom. Till covers the top. And right now the top 10 are separated by just about, well, actually the top 11 separated by 0.6 of a second. Aaron Stanton in the back. He leads well, it's just him in the 63 of John Roadtruck actually. And then there's a smaller pack. Robert Will Hoyt leads this little small 4-pack group back here. Glywell, Powers, and I believe that's Burrell. Yes, it is. Meanwhile, we focus back up to the battle up top as David Riddell has lost the draft, and he is 7 seconds off the pace. They see a few drivers now duck to the bottom. Long no passing made under the yellow, under that line. We're good. But right now, a little bit of a 3-car separation between Till, Gibson, and Thompson as we work lap 6 in the book. Pretty much right now, the bottom lane with the majority is now Aaron Rowland has taken over the 4th spot now, and there now 5 cars are single file. I don't think Har's going to be able to drop down to the bottom. He is not. Fisher covers that as Shane Har still trying to lead. Oh, Pearson!
You're swinging wide every corner into the upper line, every single time.
Caution is out as the 77. That car is broke and Demon has.
Hey, we don't gotta check up immediately there when the yellow plays out. Sorry, 29, I hit you, but that was kind of way too early.
Let's go ahead and look at it.
That was on me. That's my fault. I just barely lifted though.
Pace car middle back, pace car middle back.
Yes, all right.
Don't pass the pace car.
But what if I wanna?
How you doing, Dalton?
I'm doing. Had to scramble to get my setup all put back together.
It's fixed.
Justin, you got to stay down towards the apron there.
Alright, so after review of this incident, the way I view it is 2 cars pretty much go for the same line. The 77 does come down as the 82 comes up, and there just is slight contact enough to put the 77 into the wall. There will be no EOLs for this incident. Thank you. So that being said, Elijah Fisher now out in front. I don't think he pit. Top 3 did not pit. Fisher, Stanton, and Riddell. Everybody else has came and made a pit stop, trying to play the fuel economy early. 62 laps to go. It's going to be interesting to see how this
Passing
goes.
below the line on the 60 there, right? I'm just kidding.
As we now get the 1 to green this time by, and it will be so get the lineup for the top 5. It will be Fisher, Stanton, Riddell, Till, and Hard, the top 5. On down, Gibson, Thompson, Millicor, Rowland, and Will Hoyt. That will be your top 10. Gorin Glidewell 11, Diego Burrell in 12th, CJ Papa 13th, John Rotra in 14th, Brain Powers in 15th, Frank Chavez, that's starting on the outside of the front row, has dropped to 16th. Justin Johnson is at the back due to some damage in that resulting in that incident, and Mark Pearson is 1 lap down and has already used his 1 fast repair. So Mark Pearson has to play it safe for the rest of the night. But meanwhile, right now, Horror Motorsports sits 1st, 2nd, and 9th coming to this restart. It's in the hands of Elijah Fisher as he brings down the restart zone. We're rolling to start lap 10. Not a very good restart at all by a few drivers. As now you see Riddell pushing the 60 hard. Shane
Hey,
Hard.
race control, could we please get a second glance at that start? Because there's a checkup, obvious checkup before the green.
Yeah, it was a massive one.
As we were being asked. We were being told
Thank
to look
you,
at the restart. I'm trying to figure out who to freaking look for.
Elijah is Castrol edging right now.
Jesus. All right, to review the restart, really everybody just needs to stay like no greater distance than maybe a half car length, because that's what's really causing these restarts to be jumbled as they are, and I really just need everybody to be more organized for these restarts here on out. Thank you. Back to the action at hand. Shane Hard looks to the bottom of Elijah Fisher. See Riddell in the wall. That's going to put him 3 wide with Millicor and Thompson. Something's going to have to give here. These cars do not go 3 wide very well at all. And Riddell does. He'll slide right back into somewhere about the 10th spot, indeed 10th. As Shane Hard leads here at Atlanta. Spencer Till in second, the pole sitter. You're riding on board with Shane Hard, looking back at Spencer Teal.
16 keeps disappearing in front of me.
Yeah, I see it. I'm sorry about that.
Caution is out on the speedway. We're trying to find who it is.
Checking up for pace.
Ah, Justin Miller car.
Checking up, checking up.
The points leader coming into tonight. Of course, he is by virtue locked into the playoffs. Him and the 63 road truck. Let's get a look at what happened. No, that happens way up there with Miller car. And the 63, nowhere to go. Net code. Net code, plain as day. Justin tried to save it, he did. He was fighting on it. 63, I mean, plows right into the side of him. Yep. See the 25 of Glidewell, nowhere to go. Riddell. Phew. Well, yeah, Miller car's just trying to fight it, stay up with the steering, and not able to save it. So with that being said, it will be chalked up as a net code incident. So after reviewing the incident, there is net code involved between the 15 and the 84, which seems the 84 sliding and ultimately spinning out as the cause of the caution. I would like to issue a warning to the 63 Ajar road truck. Just next time, just try checking up a little bit more instead of just plowing through the 84. That's all that's got to be said. There's no EOLs to no driver because of it being a net code situation. Thank you.
Hey, Garrett, I just want to say that the caution hadn't come out before I hit him on my screen. That's why I didn't even know about it. I would have slowed down. I apologize.
10-4, all good. Thank you, sir. With that being said, Justin Johnson, who was just involved in the first incident of the night, has worked himself back up to the front.
I love your last name, Road Truck.
Has worked himself up into the top position. Shane Hard.
He's truck racing on Roblox.
Shane Hard in second. Spencer Teal in third. Elijah Fisher fourth. And Aaron Stanton. That is the top five.
What's the origin of your last name? I'm quite curious. What is origin of Road Truck?
Right there, we got talking. Justin Miller car is returning to the racetrack. However, I'm pretty sure he's at least 1 or 2 laps down. It's unaware at the moment. Two down.
Sorry, 15. Thought you were letting me by.
So a long night.
No, you're good. I didn't see you coming up.
It's gonna be a long night for the driver of the 84.
Why are we so far back? 16.
Not sure what the deal is here.
Mark, I need you to get by me.
Just work with it.
We're the black flag for the 60, please.
Yeah, I need it cleared, thank you.
Back underway, as don't know what the deal is with the restart back there. They are already 3 wide back there, Robert Wilhoit.
Can I get that black cleared? I went down in the pits after the accident, or do I have to serve that?
No reviewing. It's what it is.
Was it when the caution happened?
Yeah, when I hit him, after I hit him, I slid down towards the pit entry.
I had already seen it on the broadcast, so I'll clear it. Go look like your steering was completely killed or something like that. Like it's already been looked at.
Alright.
Anyway, back up front, Shane Hard, Dalton Gibson, 1 and 2, Elijah Fisher. As they're still trying to go 3 wide, that ain't gonna work. Big hits by CJ Papa and Audrey Thompson. God almighty.
Who just died?
Goodness.
Aubrey.
Let's go and get a look at this.
There's a lot of people coming down into the bottom and then contact and being 3 wide. 3 wide is not working.
Please let the race guy do it. You don't have to explain everything. Thank you.
Fish our middle back. Near 3, actually. So.
Okay, a bit rude, but sure.
Not rude. That's why we have Garrett.
Yeah, 25 comes down. Yep. That's how I view it. I don't know how to wave around thing I pulled up.
82, you gotta pass me.
I'm coming, Mark.
Yeah, so when the 25 comes down, it chops the nose off the 13 and around they go.
On your right, Mark.
Bam! What a hit. See, a 23 of Chavez, nowhere to go. And man, oh man, what a ride. Nothing left of that car. That's for sure. Alright, so to review the incident, coming out of trouble, the 25 comes down and cuts the nose of the 13. The 13 gets loose and comes up into 29, and that triggers this whole deal. The 25 will receive the EOL for this caution for chopping the nose of the 13. Thank you.
I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize I caused it.
Alright, so coming to the restart here. Shane Hard, Dalton Gibbs, Spencer Teal, Aaron Stanton, David Riddell, the top 5. Elijah Fisher's dropped back into the 9th position. We get a look at this field here tonight. Justin Miller car got one of his laps back, but Frank Chavez and Audrey Thompson both 1 lap down. So now Miller car wants this lead lap back. He's got to outduel them 2 for it for the free pass eligibility.
Be careful on the street surface.
Shane Hard brings them down to 7 in the 07. And we're rolling. Working lap 25.
Why
of
are we
7.
checking up again?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to review that, Garrett. We're all black.
If we get a look at this incident here.
Can I get this black cleared for passing under yellow?
Yeah, he's gonna clear all of ours. Check that.
I'm sorry, Justin, but that just came up out of nowhere.
So meanwhile, at the front, Riddell almost stuck it 3 wide. Well, can't say Riddell actually did it because I just saw it. But one of them tried to stick it 3 wide. They thought better of it. As you see, Dalton Gibson out in front of Aaron Stanton, Shane Hard. Now that everybody's trying to single file out here for the moment.
It is way too easy to lose draft.
Right now, it's still these 5 cars kind of broken away from the pack on back through the field.
Hey, TJ, we're coming up on you pretty fast.
Riddell leading Chavez. Frank Chavez actually 1 lap down right now. So is Audrey Thompson up there. On back, Elijah Fisher leading Will Hoyt, Johnston, and Braden Powers. Lauren Glidewell, Mark Pearson, and Aaron Rowland. 11th, 12th, and 13th as they're about to pass the lap car of Justin
Can you, get
Middlecourt.
in line, please?
Yeah, you see Frank Chavez has returned, or not Frank Chavez. CJ Papa has returned to the racetrack 3 laps down. Now, a lot of work cut out for him tonight if he wants to have a chance at winning this race.
Sorry about that exit.
No worries, Brandon. Guys are making really good.
So right now, the front 4 cars in this pack right here are 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Thompson and Papa laps down respectively. Audrey Thompson actually does hold the free pass position when the caution comes back out. Meanwhile, here's the pack here. Oh, Lord. David Riddell and that Kyle Larson scheme. Frank Chavez and Road Truck on the bottom. And right now, this is where there's going to be a wreck. It might be right here in this little pack right here. But right now, everybody minding their own P's and Q's. Of course, Road Truck 2 laps down. So a bunch of lap cars here mixed in with this little group. As they are 3 wide for the moment. Fisher, well, I was going to say Fisher, yep. Fisher conceded, thinking better of it. Of course, this track just ain't made to go 3 wide. There's a little bit of contact from the 82 and the 15 again. Guys, I was allowed that 4-car pack back there to catch up into this pack. So, oh, he took the track again. As you see, oh, the 82, I reckon.
Right.
Diego Burrell, do you see him in there? Justin Johnson.
Space car here.
Oh, my Lord. The 82 was already sideways coming through that tri-oval, so we'll go ahead and look at this here.
Pace back. Pace run back.
Yeah, I saw the 82 getting loose. Good God, would it hit? Back this all the way up. Yep, that's on the 82.
3.
And he just gets loose into 43, an innocent bystander, and bam. 43 might be all right. I'm pretty sure that 82 is going to use a fast repair.
I got a passing under yellow.
Passing under yellow. Whoops. So after reviewing this incident, the 82 goes below the line, comes back up into trouble, gets loose and overcorrects, and just the 43 is an innocent bystander. The 82 will receive the EOL for that incident. And also a warning, I don't know why we're going below the red line. It's technically considered out of bounds, so I don't know why we're going under there. And that is a warning to all drivers. Thank you. So Frank Chavez, I believe, will be the waiver round. CJ Piapa takes it. And there goes Chavez. So Frank Chavez will take the waiver round, be back on the lead lap. And CJ Papa will get one of his laps back, placing him 2 laps down.
Rob, I love the paint scheme, man.
Thank you, sir.
So to set up the restart here, it will be Robert Will Hoyt, Dalton Gibson, Aaron Stanton, Spencer Teal, Shane Hart, the top 5. Elijah Fisher, David Riddell, Gordon Glidewell, Aaron Rowland, and Braden Powers. That will make up the last of the top 10.
Remember, half a car length, please.
And we're still stacking up for some reason.
Green flag, green flag. Alright, y'all got it. I don't know what you're doing.
I got checked up on twice.
David, buddy, next restart, I'm going to need you to be a little bit up closer to that, to the 7's back bumper next time on the restarts. Just a warning, no penalty, nothing like that. Thank you. Robert Will Hoyt,
Yep, I was just anticipating the checkup.
Right now, these top 7 drivers now within a blanket of each other as Robert Will Hoyt leads Aaron Stanton, Dalton Gibson, and the rest of the field down into turn number 1. Shane Hart running back there in about 3rd or 4th, trying to make something happen as a little bit of a checkup effect.
That might have been the quickest I've ever checked up for a reaction time.
As right now, Dalton Gibson now holds the lead. Will Hoyt looks to the outside. Here comes Stan. Will Hoyt tries to cut the 7 or the 27 off. Not able to get there. Aaron Stanton now fighting for 2nd. The 07 will get clear. So will Stanton, Shane Hart, and Robert Will Hoyt side by side for 3rd. Down the back straightaway this time. Dalton Gibson led the most laps so far tonight out of 11. His next closest one, Shane Horr, runs third at 9. You see now Horr's jumped up to the outside lane. That opens up for Riddell. Riddell's coming up to the back of the 27. That's David Riddell's 2 wins this. Uh-oh. There we go. 2 wins this season. And he is looking forward to going into the playoffs with a lot of momentum tonight if he can cap it off with a 3rd win of the season. Well, that's going on back there. We'll look at this other pack. Frank Chavez. There's CJ Papa, Justin Millicard. This is the 2nd pack. That has a mix of lap cars and lead lap drivers. Right now, a lot of them now they're trying to figure out, get single file, trying to make a run. Trying to make a run at these drive. Trying to get back up to that pack of about 8 cars. Is what I'm trying to get at. Meanwhile, after that last pit stop, see some the different variation of strategy. Drivers trying to top off, make it to the end. Most everybody on the same strategy, but Will Hoyt and Chavez. Of course, Chavez took the wave around, as did Papa down there. So that is why they're on the same strategy. But Robert Will Hoyt on a 20-lap fresher stint, or 20-lap older stint than what the other ones are. As you see, Stanton and Glidewell are the biggest movers of the race so far, up 12 positions. It's going to be interesting to see how long drivers can make it, if they can make it to the end, or if there's still a pit stop to come. Of course, this pit stop entrance is very unique. You entering turn 3.
Frank, just run a little closer to me, just a little bit. I need
So right now, Gordon Glidewell has recovered nicely after an EOL penalty. He is running in 5th. Robert Will Hoyt led a couple of laps earlier tonight. So he has fell back into 6th position, as right now here comes Fisher and Spencer Teal. And of course, Spencer Teal back there, he's had a bit of a quiet night, of course, you know. Started on pole. And right now, he's just trying to make the best of it. But right now, still a long way to go. Well, 25 to go this time. So if things stay green, big if, then this race right here should be a tournament between these 8 cars. As right now, Dalton Gibson so far has led the most laps tonight at 19. Aaron Stanton running behind him has not led tonight, nor has David Riddell. Shane Horr has led for 9 laps. Gordon Glidewell hasn't led tonight officially. Yeah, Robert Will Hoyt led 3. Elijah Fisher was out front for 6 laps, and Spencer Teal led the opening 7. So with 23 to go right now, the driver of the
Rack.
I'm sorry, Gordon, if that.
Oh, Glidewell! Oh, big hit! By the 13.
Letting the pace car by here.
Good Lord, have mercy.
We're going to be letting the pace car by. So slow up.
For the second night in a row, a big hit to the 13 of CJ Papa and Gordon Glywell. Just talked about it. Had an awesome recovery. Lord have mercy, what happened now?
No, I just thought you wanted to read this pretty paint job. I haven't even made it to you.
Net code, a little bit. Oh, God.
23 need to come out.
If
So
you guys
much.
are waiting for people, do not wait for them. Just don't pass the car that's right next to you.
And boom. Going off of the fact that the 15 doesn't touch him, technically.
Hey, Garrett, can we get a review on the pace lap here on the 60?
You're talking, Garrett. We couldn't hear you.
Alright, so after reviewing the incident, there's net code between the 15 and the 25, which sends the 25 into the wall. There will be no EOS at this time. Thank you. And now I got to find what's up with this restart here. Alright.
Alright, play it safe here, please. On this restart. Like, let's just, make it one clean restart, maybe.
So what happens here exactly?
Extend.
Robert just said his wheel disconnected is what happened there.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright.
Man. What in the world?
Why is it telling me to pass you now, Justin? I'm confused.
Because I'm a lucky dog, so I got the UL.
Alright, so an EOL will be going to the 15, just not necessarily for causing an incident, but just in case if it does it again, then be at the end of the field. So that'll be all. Thank you. We plan on going green this time. Must be a full moon out tonight. With that being said, if full moon.
Alright, check your wheels, y'all, because Brenton got some wheels.
Dalton Gibson, Shane Harr, 1 and 2. Aaron Stanton, David Riddell, 3 and 4. Spencer Teal, the top 5. Audrey Thompson has recovered up there to being 6th. With 19 laps to go this time. Congested.
Please review that restart with those checkups again.
Jesus almighty.
Whoever it is, you out. Gotcha.
Yeah, let's force it when there's not a gap there.
Don't even do that. I'll deal with it after.
Sorry to freaking say. Justin, can you repeat what you said just a moment ago? I was too busy trying to look at it, trying to find it.
Whoever it is, message me after the race. Yeah.
With that being said, we're back live here in Greenwood. We've been live the whole time, but just trying to decipher what the issue is with these restarts. Because it's been
You have a little bit of front end damage.
Because it has been a night.
Alright, thank you.
It's been a terrible night for restarts. With 15 to go, Shane Harr out in front. Trying to win tonight. Aaron Stanton in line with him. David Riddell, Don't Gibson, Spencer Teal the top 5. Audrey Thompson, though, is in 6th. And here comes pretty much a lot of drivers still within contention to win. Justin Millicar just set the fast lap of the race. And Millicar comes into tonight. Justin Millicar comes into tonight, your points leader. You see, there he is battling now for about 9th or 10th position. Justin Millicar already a lock for the playoffs or the chase. We continue this stretch in the quest to see who is the champion of the super speedways for the Midnight Racing League. As right now, Shane Harr leads out front, coming to 12 to go this time.
Lapper, can you go below the apron, please?
See, they're coming up on a lap car. Robert Wilhoit, who is 2 laps down, about to be 3. Now Shane Harr leads them around for another circuit. Shane's led his 16th lap tonight and counting. As you see, 3 wide back there between Gibson and Road Truck and Thompson. Right back here is getting a little dicey. Straighten it out for the time being. But meanwhile, single foul up here for about 1st through 6th. Shane still leads Stanton. See Fisher running back there. He's had an up and down night. He's been up and down the leaderboard, but predominantly at the front tonight. You see now everybody's trying to get single file and just ride it out. Aren't too sure that another pit stop is required. I do not believe they are, being that they just pitted with now 12 laps ago. So we're more than likely this is what you see for the win right here. As you see now, Teal and Fisher jumps up out of line. Nobody goes with them yet. Riddell holding third, as right now Stanton and Har remain single filed out, and now Riddell will also get single filed out, as right now Teal and Fisher starting to go to the bat, but Gibson jumps up with them. Braden Powers back there. He's trying to decide who he wants to go with. But so far, Shane Har is all going his way for the foreseeable moment. Spencer Teal and them still trying to make that outside work. You got to think, will Stan leave his teammate and try to get this win tonight, or will David Riddell jump up there? Well, you know David Riddell's going to jump up there and try to win this, the competitive spirit that he has. And Road Truck has been up and down the leaderboard tonight. Actually, I stand corrected. Road Truck is 2 laps down, so he is not a part of this scenario. As you see now, the whole field has been brought back right back into it. Powers jumps up top, back there in the back, but still it's Teal, Fisher, and Gibson trying to make this outside lane work. Oh, Teal! Spencer Teal got into the wall. He is the pole sitter. Is in trouble with 5 laps to go. Lord have mercy.
Checking out the trial.
Please, God, don't force us to do a one-lap dash again.
Frank, come on.
Tell me to save you 125.
That's on you to let go by.
This is a natural green light checker, by the way.
All right.
Careful on the checkups here.
So, hopefully this will be hopefully we can get 2 laps in. We're rolling. Another bad start. Down the back straightaway, 2x2, Hars with Stanton pushing hard, Gibson pushing Thompson. And we're in the white flag lap. 1 more to go. Whatever happens now happens. There's Stanton off of Shane Hard trying to build a run. Here comes Gibson and Thompson with the run. Hard up the block. Thompson to the bottom. Shane tried to block it. Thompson. Oh, Millicar's going to get net coated. Wrecking big at behind them. Audrey Thompson is going to win at Atlanta.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dalton.
Big wreck for everybody else. Justin Miller
They caught my side draft and it just sucked me back. I was wide open the whole time.
Yeah, I feel like you wouldn't know how to stay in line there on the start.
Good win, Aubrey. Alright, stand by for points and stuff.
I need to drive to 38 to the broadcast section on Discord. We'll wait Audrey Thompson.
Final cutoff spot to Aubrey. He is in the playoff. CJ Pop.
How do you know you didn't calculate points yet?
David, can you please be quiet so you can do it?
I'm looking at it right now. He's in like 1. Sean Kilgore missed the race, so he was like wasn't able to do it. So.
All right, we'll go to Millicar Motorsport. Audrey Thompson, got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
My buddy, get retribution tonight after a long, hard season. Congratulations. Tell me about that whole last lap and setting up the 7 for that final pass on the back straightaway.
I definitely got to thank Dalton because he stuck with me through the whole last lap. I knew if I got up beside him, I could side draft him and pretty much kill the car that was pushing the leader. And then once that happened, I knew he was going to throw that block. So I just made the move, and it worked. So hopefully now, make the playoffs. I missed 3 races, so I don't know if I'm going to make them or not. We'll find out.
Yes, sir. Again, it's unofficial, but congratulations tonight. Who do you want to thank?
I just want to thank my teammates, and I really want to thank Justin and Mark for helping me, and Martinez for being my spotter for tonight.
All right, buddy. Congratulations. Audrey Thompson's your winner from Atlanta. Congratulations again.
Thank you, buddy.
That being said, we'll get, if I can find Gibson in here. Oh, okay. Dalton Gibson, got a copy.
How you doing, Garrett?
All right, buddy. You led, according to my count, you led 25 laps, 1 short of leading the most laps. Tell me about your night. It was pretty much just at the front.
Ahead of the
Yeah, I felt like for a while there it was just leading the train, but can't complain from the view that I had, especially with that restart, that green white checkered there that I ended up starting 6th, but found enough holes to try and get to the front, but a little too late.
Unofficial,
Not
but
enough time.
Pretty much.
But we'll go at it again next week.
Yes, sir, baby. We'll real fast. Is there anybody you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, thank you, Garrett, for putting on this great stream. Thanks, Justin, for putting this all on, and the family and friends that are tuning in, as well as sponsor of Racing Indian Nation.
And while we're right here, Spencer Till. Buddy,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy, it was a good race from. It was a good race up until it wasn't. Just tell me about. Did it feel like it was a bad push that got you turned around, or what was your take on it and your take on the whole night as a whole?
Well, for the whole night, I'll start with that. I mean, it was pretty good. It was, I know, I guess we were having some issues with restarts and everything, but to me, maybe being up front seemed okay. I think the issues was more towards mid-pack to the back where it created some issues. But all in all, I mean, we were having a good race. We just happened to, I know at one point we got Dalton up there to the front, and then I got singled out to the back, which is expected. But we kind of pulled away, and then, but yeah, I was trying to make that move to get back up there to him, and I was doing all I can to side draft, and I know Elijah was pushing and trying to get me up there too. Just, I think, being at the end of the race, worn out tires. Well, I mean, they weren't too bad, but you know, it's just, it was probably one of those bad little bumps and in the corner. He bumping me, just like a chain reaction accordion type thing, and I knew I got shoved up, but it just seemed like it just kept going. So I mean, I don't feel no. I mean, it sucks that I wrecked, but at the same time, I mean, I knew, you know, we were all trying real hard, and I knew it was probably gonna happen at some point. But it is what it is. We ended up finishing 8th, and he got 7th, so we were able to get back up there and get a top 10 out of it for both of us. And so congratulations to Dalton for finishing 2nd there. Other than that, thank you for everything you do, and also thank Justin as well. So, but all in all, it was a fun night.
All right, gentlemen. Congratulations to the both of y'all. Spencer for the pole, Gibson coming in 2nd. We hope to see you guys next week.
All right,
Yes,
sounds
sir.
good, Garrett.
Yep. Let's see. I gotta get out of here. And then while we await word with Shane Harr. Oh, wait, word with Shane Harr tonight on his take of the last lap. We will go to the unofficial results. Audrey Thompson led 1 lap, and it was the most important lap. As Audrey Thompson does take the win here at Atlanta, Dalton Gibson is 2nd, Shane Harr 3rd, David Riddell 4th, Aaron Stanton 5th. Brain Powers, Elijah Fisher, Spencer Teal, Mark Pearson, and Aaron Rowland will round out the top 10. Diego Burrell, Frank Chavez, Justin Millicar, John Rotruck, Gordon Glywell. That is your top 15, and then down at the bottom, the 16, Robert Will Hoyt, after a mechanical issue, sets him back. CJ Piapa, after being involved in 2 incidents tonight, comes home 17th, and Justin Johnson rounds them out in 18th. As we and now apparently we're good, so we are going to scroll down and talk with the driver of the 7. Shane Harr, Garrett Jenkins, got a copy?
I do.
Well, buddy, you told me earlier in the week that you didn't want to be leaned on the last lap, but as the circumstances gave you were leaning on the last lap. Tell me, was there anything you could have done, perhaps the second block, or do you think once you threw that first block it was over?
Yeah, I think it was pretty much over after that first block. If I'd have tried something else, we'd have probably wrecked the whole field. So, it's not what I'm about. I'd rather race it back to the line and, you know, not wreck a bunch of cars. So, congrats to Aubrey. It was a heck of a run there at the end, and, you know, also congrats to Aaron for, you know, helping me. I want to give him a shout out for pushing me there at the end. It's just a bummer we couldn't get her done. Although P3's still decent.
Well, buddy, I do want to ask you. It seemed like there was a few incidents tonight that there was cars, and is it more the aero package or how this track's configured? But just seemed like, from my perspective, the car wanted to naturally just slide up the track. As I mean, you see it a little bit on Daytona and Talladega, but it would appear when we come to Atlanta, these cars, they just want to instinctively move up off the bottom. What's your take on that? Because there's a couple of incidents that did cause that tonight.
Yeah, it does get a little tight on entry. Maybe guys just weren't turning quite enough early on, and that would cause them to float up. But I never really had that issue. I guess only thing I was struggling with was the dry oval. Hitting them two little kinks. It seemed like it was different every lap for me for some reason.
Yeah, we did see there was one incident. Started trouble, drivers getting loose. But real fast, bad. It's 1 a.m. where I'm at, so I know me and you both ready for bed. So who do you want to thank real fast for tonight?
I want to thank Justin for putting the league on. You up in the booth, and so give a shout out to Aaron for the shove there at the end. I know he was working with me there. Just a bummer that it didn't work out.
All right, buddy. Well, for a safe bet, I believe it's unofficial into the postseason. Who's made it in yet? But we look forward to seeing you next weekend. Hopefully, you can get the win there.
10-4, Garrett. Thanks again.
Yes, sir. Shane Harr comes home tonight in the 3rd position. Well, that being said, it was a wild night. It was a crazy night, as expected with Atlanta. And it ends with Audrey Thompson leading the last lap with a back straightaway pass with Dalton Gibson in tow to secure that victory. With that being said, hope everybody has a good night tonight and a good week. Happy Memorial Day.